Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of everything. How's everyone doing? Hi YouTube, how are you doing? Hello, hello. We got breaking news. Doing well. How are you today? I'm doing fine, Miss Beauty. Thank you. Hi, Miss Steph. We have breaking news. Breaking news. Right? Or is it breaking news? What do you guys think? We have breaking news. Or is it? Oh, I should change my bracelet. Doesn't matter. Listen to me very, very carefully. Listen to me. Listen to me. Do we have breaking news or not? So, I had to put on my psychic eye to help me with the situation. And what might you say is the situation? Well, the View co-host got COVID today. 2 of them. How convenient that we got the COVID today. How convenient. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Thank you. So, let's start with, there's this article, right, in political.com that says, as of today, there are 0 immigrants at the Texas border. 0. There are no more migrants at the Texas border as of today. Now, there are 15,000 people there. 15,000. What? How are they all gone, and where did they all go? So, let me tell you what a scam this was. If I can help you, listen carefully. Listen carefully. So Joy starts off with saying, there seems to be something happening that I am not aware of. That I am not aware of. Right?
Stay out of this situation. The 2 of you
So then they pull Anna and Sonny off. But when the show comes back, they visibly separate Joy from the other woman, I forget what her name is, and Sonny and Anna. It was a visible separation, right? Yet Joy acts like this is something new, right? She's like, there seems to be something going on. What could it be? Ooh. So the producer goes, more information later, it's a tease. That's how bad they were at lying today. More information later, it's a tease.
So shall I introduce the vice president? Yes. Okay. So, vice president, no. Okay. Shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance.
So Joy then gets so nervous because she's like, okay, should we introduce the vice president? And they go, yes. And then somebody else goes, no. And she goes, okay, let's just dance. Let's just do a tap dance. Oh, yes, Miss Garlick. Thank you. This was a ruse. So then they come back. Hold on, not yet. Hold on. They go to commercial, and they'll be right back. So when they come back, it's just Joy, and I forget the other girl's name.
Since this is going to be a major news story any minute now, what happened is that Sonny and Anna both apparently tested positive for COVID. No matter how hard we tried, these things happen.
So all of a sudden, they decide that the biggest excuse that they can give to pull the two people that would pound Vice President Kamala with questions, they pull them off the show. I really believe by the looks of it, they all are in it, all of them, by the looks of it. Because Sonny was not shocked at all, really. And Anna just left. And I would think if there's a problem, right, you would just go to commercial and not come back with them. That's what I would think, if this were real. Not have this whole display of they were tested just before the show, before COVID. Because you know why I say that? Because whatever testing that needs to be done, they have to do first thing in the morning. Most people are in that chair, depending upon what they, what time they literally start the show. They have a briefing before the show. They have makeup and wardrobe before the show. So some of them are there at 6 in the morning, there. Now, whatever test they're using, I can guarantee it's a rapid test. I can guarantee that test has to be done and recorded before they sit down live. Guarantee it. So what happened today? What happened today as the world is questioning Vice President Harris and President Biden? It is a damn lie. They do not have the COVID. Don't worry about your co-hosts. I love Sonny. I love Anna. They do not have the COVID. Might all of them had no choice in playing this game off? Absolutely. Absolutely. But they don't have the COVID. Now, because of Kamala Harris, we can't see Anna or Sonny for 2 weeks. Now they got to pretend to be. Are you serious? Are you serious? Vice President Kamala, how dare you? How dare you just not answer questions? What is happening here? Don't fall for it. I'm so disappointed in you. I'm not saying you have all the answers. I'm not even saying you should have all the answers. I'm saying, how dare you? How dare you treat the American public like we don't know what the hell is going on, and you can't use COVID to your advantage like you use COVID to your advantage on everything else. Answer the questions. Give us some answers. Where did the Haitians go? Where did my people go? Sorry. Answer me. Today was your chance to answer what the hell went wrong in Texas. You come from 2 immigrant parents. Not 1, 2. It's just despicable. Just despicable. We all voted you in. You did not get voted in unless black folks voted you in. How dare you do this to the Haitian people? How dare you? What are you guys saying while I pull the cards? Hi, Ifashe. Well, remember, it's Kamala Harris that went down to the Mexican border. I think she was down to the Mexican border, and she told them, don't come. And that dropped her ratings. That ruined her. That don't come, don't come, don't come, don't come. Really? That ruined her ratings right there. I lost all respect for her when she said don't come. That was not the answer we were expecting. All right. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about what happened on The View today. Tell me exactly what happened. I understand what happened. I really do, God. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 She was afraid of this being an attachment to her. That to say anything this week, today, while this crisis was appearing, she was going to have yet another attachment to her. So these immigrant issues are becoming her tattoo. And just because, by the way, I didn't watch the show because I don't have TV. Oh, she went to Guatemala. Okay. I don't have TV, but did she speak at all on the immigrant issue? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Did anybody watch it today? And thank you, Destiny. Right, they are paying for housing for Afghans. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. They're suffering from the same thing, inhumanity, man's inhumanity to man. It's the same thing that the Afghans are here for. I have a headache. Oh, Stephanie, I don't know. Look it up for me. That's really good. I don't know. Jules, don't ask me why am I acting surprised. Our job, Jules, is to start fighting for equality. You don't sit back and say, Tracy, why are you surprised? This is a racist country. It's your job to stop the racism. That's your job. That's my job. I'm not surprised. So you're missing it. You're talking like your grandmother. No, that's not the point of my anger. That is also not the point of this video. The world has to change, and it doesn't change unless you speak up. So I know it's a racist country, Jules. What are you doing about it? Thank you, Demi Cole. She's worried about her image over human life. Did anybody watch today? Guys, how can The View survive if you guys didn't watch it? I don't think The View is going to be on after this. This is a really big mistake. It would have been better if they just canceled the VP. That would have been better. Rather than this whole COVID lie. All right. She's got 2 tattoos on her. And it's a tangle web we weave. It's all in her blood now. She can't be unstained from this act of lack of care, of lack of human concern when you asked us to care about you and your immigration. And I'm the parents of Indian parents and Jamaican parents and blah. Teresa, let me know what she actually said. I mean, it's in here somewhere. I didn't have time to look at it. Yin Yang, she's hoping that if she acts like it doesn't exist, then it won't exist. This is literally her. But she's using Yin Yang inappropriately. Let me tell you something. You ever have a friend that knows the truth and chose, like, you ever have a friend talk to a friend, like, about you, and know the truth, literally know the details, like, literally, they were there. And when somebody comes along to spread gossip, the person that knows the truth stays quiet. Mm-hmm. Ain't that something? Child. Mm-hmm. Ooh, you know, she can be loud and she can be messy. You know that. But you know the truth. And you choose to stay quiet. That is you, Kamala. And that is you that can't be trusted, right? Because the friend will then say, I didn't say nothing bad about you. Nothing. But what did you say? What did you say? Because I need to know how long you sat there to hear this drama and you were there. So what did you say? Well, And before you know it, you and that friend are having a problem because you know and she knows she didn't do right by you. So now, what does that friend do? She pairs up with these other people. Now she got something to say, not because you did anything to her, but you called her out on her shit. Now she too is against you. And you didn't do nothing. I'm sorry, that's my life. Wait, what happened? Wait, that's my life. That's my family. Where am I? I know exactly what this is, Kamala. Everything changes. Everything changes. Everything changes. And everything changes by way of heat. This has to get addressed. This has to get addressed. Everything changes by way of heat. I wonder what that means. I think it means verbally not letting her get away with this. I really question your culpability of becoming president ever. You will not get in by way of vote. Ever. This is not a female thing. This is a responsibility thing. And you bailed on your responsibilities. The View is going to have regret. The View is going to pay for this too. They're going to have regret. The VP is going to feel trapped, like, right? These are bookends now, right? So this is Mexican bookends, even though when I say Mexican, it's every Spanish culture mixed up in there. But no, I'll say it better. Mexican border immigrants and Texas Haitian border immigrants. You are boxed in. She didn't do her job. Thank you, Alexi. The promises she didn't uphold correctly. It's only been 9 months. We all have questions she needs to answer and answer them honestly, right? So this is her. This is a View which is going to be at a loss for the lie that they told today. This is her being boxed in, almost not completing any duties, right? She will be incapable of holding public events unless it's events where she is cutting a ribbon or, you might as well be Melania Trump, Miss VP. You might as well be the wife of Biden. In hindsight, she gets it. In hindsight, she gets it. I can't say that she was solely responsible for this act. I can say the fact that she helped let it go down is what she's responsible for. There's going to be a new education on immigrant care. There's going to be, they have to address these immigrant issues. And this Texas border issue took them over the top. All right. They have to start, I believe it's going to be a wave of public, because everyone screwed up. Like, you're looking at Biden twisted now, you're looking at Kamala twisted now, Harris twisted now. And I just feel like they need to clean this up. They're so concerned with COVID that they can't see nothing else. And I think that's the problem with the American public right now, right? The politics. They're so concerned with COVID that you didn't even recognize that they just gave $1 billion to Israel, which Biden promised he wasn't going to care for them in that way financially. He said that. But it's in the latest package that's about to go out. $1 billion. $1 billion. That we need right here. That could have helped with the Haitian people. That same $1 billion. As a collective, Demico, thank you so much. As a collective, she is guilty of not standing up for humanity for all. Thank you. So, she played it off. She played it off all smiles today, right? What did she talk about? Because whatever she was talking about, she played it off. Oh, look at this. The higher font is something that she has to answer to, right? That's the higher authority, right? Right? Who else has to change? Who else? Kamala, Miss Harris. Is Harris her married name? I'm seeing a lot of people changing, which is the only thing I could ever hope for in this COVID experience that we're all having. I'm getting that this experience is actually changing her. It's not who she is. She's not doing right. She feels helpless, right? She does. She feels helpless, but she's going to have to have this come to Jesus moment, right? This is Jesus here, right? And she's going to have to decide, like, how do you live after this? How do you operate after this? Who talks to you? Like, what value are you serving if you don't serve humanity? Marie, I don't know who you are. I don't have time for you, so I'm just blocking. It's not time for people right now. Meanwhile, what's going to happen is she is going to have her moment starting now. This did not work well for her. Under no circumstances did this work well for her. She is trying to find a way to maintain her look. Now, why I'm getting this as her and not people, I don't know yet. It's going to take over a year to clean your act up. Over a year. But what will follow within this year is a lot of drama. Now, I don't know if this is you and Biden. Is this Biden and is this you attached to Biden? I don't know. But it's gotten to the point where you don't get the support of the people anymore, Ms. Harris. You don't get the respect from Democrats, nor do you get the respect anyways from Republicans. But out of everyone, you take a lot of the blame. Isn't that sad? And that's not who you are. And I think you're going to discover that it's not worth it. Whatever's going on with whatever image the Democrats need to pull off, right? Why did you get the hit? Oh, I know why. Because you're a minority. They're treating you exactly the way they treat minorities. So you are no different than the Haitians, even if you're in a White House. How does it feel? Woman of immigrant parents. you're still a victim. Turn your head away all you want. It just means more that you have to deal with. But the anger and the upset that's going to be displayed toward you more than Biden, which is way unfair, but it is what it is. Look away all you want. It doesn't get you where you need to be. And it's disappointing. I'm so disappointed. I got to tell you something, guys. This event with The View and the lie on COVID and Kamala, I'm sorry, I keep disrespecting her. VP Harris, I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect you. I think she has to surrender. I think she has to surrender, and I think she has to understand, and I think she has to say, we were wrong for not caring. But I don't think she's going to say it on behalf of Biden or behalf of the White House. I think she's going to say, I was wrong for not making better considerations. But I think something is coming through where she has to address it and address it aggressively. This event in the White House changes everything for her. In a weird kind of way, I know this sounds crazy, but in a weird kind of way, I think she just wants to walk away because this is a no-win situation for her. Like, white folks don't like her because she's a woman of color, and now black women are like, yo, you really did our Haitians like that? After we saw y'all bring in Afghans with dignity? What? Listen, listen. You guys have to respect that something is energetically changing with everybody. And I've been seeing this in the cards a lot lately. Meaning, I think even Vice President Harris will have her conversations with spirit. It feels like, for me, what's going to happen to her, which is why this card shows up, right? It feels like Scrooge, and how Scrooge had 3 spirits come visit him. I feel like that is an experience that's going to be very, very similar. And it's only because she has this spiritual enlightenment thing, right? This is where I'm at. That she makes some really aggressive changes and participates in really aggressive policies that by the end of her term under Joe Biden, there are going to be some massive immigration policy standards. And it won't be how state to state handles it. It will be federal. And it will be in conjunction with at least 3 women. I feel like one of the women could be a clergy of some type. I'm saying at least 3 women, but it might be a team of women this time. Like a whole team. Also, I'm getting, it could be a whole team of multicultural women to address immigration issues here in America. Yes, Charlie, Democrats are definitely going to turn on her. And yes, it's already happening. And yes, you are right. All right, let me see what everybody else is saying. It's so inhuman how the Haitians were handled and so disappointing. All right, I can't see what Angela is saying because I got to go back now. Angela, Tracy, Dems, VP Poll is afraid of the Covd, families that really control the world, governments, financial institutions. I get it, Angela. I get it. I get all of that. I don't know if it matters to me anymore, right? All of those people are freaking old people. They're old. They're so old that they know nothing more than racism. Do you understand? Let me tell you something else. I hope that there were just Haitians that left. I hope there weren't any random chocolate people that they put on that plane too. I hope they didn't dump the prison system on that plane too. Because just imagine if they grabbed you like 12 years a slave and you were free and you found your ass stuck in Haiti, flown back to Haiti with no ID. You look Haitian. You will be chocolate. You will be suffering. Who are you going to tell you're American? The Haitians ain't going to want to hear it because they're going to be like, oh, really? You're American? Well, you could have helped us. Good luck. This is what we come back to. Can you imagine? You think I'm kidding? Can you imagine that they could have dumped the prison system on that plane too? They could have dumped a random dude. Let me know, Texas, if any of your black men are missing. Let me know. They're in Haiti. Didn't we see hashtag missing white girl? If there's a black boy missing, a black man missing in Texas, who's looking for him? You, black culture? Are you really? You, black culture, didn't care about Haiti enough. Where was the outrage? Every one of you have Haitian in your blood. You don't know it. Every one of you have a part of Haiti in your blood. Which is why when you do your DNA, we are so closely mixed and combined in Africa. Why? Because Haiti's not a country. Haiti's not a heritage, right? Africa is. So when you get your DNA, it doesn't say, which it really shouldn't. I know somebody said to me it was 100% something, something. And I'm like, there's no way it could have been. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to say you're 100% Haitian. It's an impossibility. The probability of every single chocolate person watching or in this world has Haitian blood in them is high. Very, very high. And Louisianans are the biggest known people that have Haitian in their blood. You as black people should have been much more outraged. Should have flooded VP. Should have marched on Washington. Where are you, Mallory? What is her name? Tamika Mallory. Where were you when we needed you here today to handle the Haitians? Don't act like they didn't need our help. They did. Where was everybody? Thank you, I am Kimberlite. Thank you. Girl. Kiera, girl. Lottie, I appreciate you, but here's all you need to know. for now. The earthquake pushed them over here. And they needed our help. No different than how we help the Afghans. And that's all you need to know, right? I appreciate your empathy because that's what we need. But there's no difference between the Haitians and the Afghans. None. Zero. Zip. Teresa Black Swan says, out of all the Afro-Caribbean, the Haitian have the most African groups combined in them. Listen, Tamika, stay home. There's nobody at the border, sweetie. There's nobody at the border. Don't act like a heroine now. Get out of here. You and Vice President Harris, go. Whew. Why are these cards upside down? You know, I really believe that how poorly this was handled today on The View actually spotlighted the vice president. And I believe that she is going to be made to answer questions and judged based upon what happened today on The View, and every word will get scrutinized. All right. Hi, Chef. Oh, all right. This is just getting bad to worse. So I believe, and I have to share this reading because it is The View and it is da-da-da. I believe The View will lose viewership after this. I think once everybody scrutinizes everything, like look at the video again. When they came on, they automatically separated them. So they already knew what they were going to do, right? And I saw the blonde. What's the blonde's name? She looked viscerally uncomfortable. And not because they had the COVID, because they had to lie. She is not a liar. Joy tried to make a joke out of it because that's Joy's comedic place. But she didn't even pull it off well. Because if I had two friends that had the COVID and were in the office with me, I gotta go. I can't be in that studio. I have to go. The show stops. I was just talking with them all morning. I was in the briefing room with them. We were just eating donuts together at the craft table. And I hear right now that you had the COVID and what they want to do is remove you. No, remove me. They can't come back for 2 weeks. I'm not coming back for a week because somebody needs to let me know what's the incubation period. And there's a 2-week incubation period. So what? Does The View go off for 2 weeks? Because there's a 2-week incubation period. I love that. Thank you. Beautiful conundrum. Beautiful conundrum is like, say it again for the people in the back. Folks aren't in the streets because it doesn't affect them. There's a clear disconnect with Haitians and you, chocolate people. It's not a them. It's a us. It's us. Any missing black men in Texas? Check Haiti. Right, Kira. They at this point they all would have been exposed. And you know how else I know that this was planned? Because then Joy said, after the two left, first the producer goes, "It's a tease." What the stop, we're not stupid. And then Joy innocently says, "Let's bring the VP out." How? The stage is now infected, right? Don't they have a live audience? Is there a live audience? Didn't they start out with a live audience? Somebody answer the question. Don't we have to clear everybody? That's the cameraman, that's the gaffer, that's the electrician, that's the makeup people. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The View, you need to go. You need to go. I can't respect you anymore. You need to go. All of you. All of you. So, I'm going to invite all of you to do better in understanding Haitian care. I'm going to invite you to do better. I'm going to beg you to do better. Now, I was going to come back today and do this whole Haitian thing. I can't do it today because I'm too upset. I'll do it tomorrow. And I'll give you some history to help you all understand. Chocolate people, you're Haitian. Many of you are Haitian. The Wheel of Fortune tells me this turns around, but it turns around for the worse for you, Miss Harris. Based on so many lies that you are drowning in these lies. You are drowning in the cover-up. Thank you, Goddess. Haitian helped America become America. And America went over to Haiti and helped the France and stole their monies. Like, you don't even know. You don't even know, but I'll teach you. How's that? I'll teach you. Ugh. We're all Haitian. All of us. All of us. Thank you for all those that know so much. Thank you all. Ooh, thank you for all those that have already been out there, like investing in what the hell is this? History don't lie. Yeah, history doesn't lie, but there's lies in history. Right, we know Louisiana, but what you don't know is that Wyoming had Haitians, right? Iowa. Like, there's so much more to this story, guys. That's what you don't know. Ciao. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Kiera. You don't want Haiti to do what they did with the French. They're capable. They're actually very, very nice culture. They're capable. You don't want them to do what they did with the French. That was a 10-year war. 10 years. And they crippled the French financially. His story is not our story. I love that. I am Kimberly. I love that, Terica. History doesn't lie, but history books do. Right. Right. I didn't get none of this. I didn't get none of this in the history. None of this. All right. Let's do better. Now, you could do your own research, right? So that we could have more to talk about. So, the home team. Check out the home team on history. On YouTube. They just did this whole African thing. It's amazing. Let's see if I can find it. The home team just did something on Haiti. And I really like the home team, so you might want to add them to your YouTube watch list. Can't find it on my. I'm looking in my history because I thought it would be easier, but it's not. Because I watch so many things on YouTube because I don't have a TV right now that I watch everything on YouTube, so it's not showing up. Should have sent it in the group. All right, let me see if I can find it another way. The whole team, the whole team, the whole team. The whole team. Show up, show up, show up, show up. All right, let me find it another way. It's called the home team. And I love this guy's voice. It's a beautiful voice. Let me see if I can put it in Haiti. Very responsible programming. Oh, I think I was beginning to watch the history of Black Power in the Caribbean. By the home team. This is the home team, guys. This is the home team. All right. Let me check out its videos. The history of Black Power in the Caribbean. I think I was looking at that. But this is a good place to start investing in your African history. The home team is very, very responsible programming. All right? It's the white man's version of the History Channel. Okay? Let me see what the History Channel has. They're really good too. I actually like them. History Channel Haiti. Let's see if they've got anything on Haiti. History of Haiti. I wonder what this is. The Haitian Revolution. Oh, that's a good one. All right, maybe I have to put some of these. Do you want to hear what she said, Harris? Do you want to hear it? Because I've got 8 minutes of it. I don't know how much time I have left on. No, I don't think I have much time left on. Let me pull the card. Yes, Demico, of course we're going to be forced to stand together. If you're chocolate, stand with your chocolate people. Like, it's not them. It's not them. It's us. It's not them. Oh, does the History Channel whitewash? Thank you, Angela. I didn't get this from the History Channel, though. I was going to point out, oh, I lost it. Now I was going to point something else out. The Black Panther, the Haitian Revolution documentary in 2009. It looks like a good one. Maybe they can do the show through Zoom. I don't care about The View anymore and Zoom. Screw them. You're missing the whole point. The View is not a concern of mine. I am so happy this happened. I'm never watching them again. That's not the point. The point is the lie to cover up for Vice President Harris. All right, right side up, Messiah. Oh my God, this is so perfect. Messiah, serving humanity through humility. Serving humanity through humility. This is going to be a lesson for her. She, I promise you, is going to have whatever looks like to me, my version of come to Jesus moment, whatever looks like to you, because you have an example of what Scrooge looks like to you. That's a bunch of spirits coming to a crotchety old man that didn't do the right thing. That's a children's fable. You all love that shit. But the minute I talk about African deities, Tracey, that's against God. I don't believe in that, but you'll watch Scrooge every year. The bottom line is, she will have her come to Jesus moment. It is gonna take her at least 18 months to up to 2 years to get a backbone and to deal with racism in this country. But she will do it. I promise you. She's gonna get the memo and she will fight all the damn elites that control her. Watch. Messiah, watch. Oh, child. Well, I'm not so mad at her now, because now I see what she is going to be forced to reckon with. She has to reckon with God. Messiah, Savior, associated with embodiment of divine power and mission to save humanity. I promise you this is going to get turned around. Tends to become obsessed with spiritual purpose, convinced that God needs her, Vice President Harris, to do something right. Look for a long-term desire to save people, especially in large numbers, with the possibility of some self-delusion in this regard. I don't know what that means, nor do I care if you become self-delusional and saving the world, oh freaking well. But you are going to be forced to do better, Miss Scrooge. All right, I'm over this. I'm over it. I wouldn't want to be her, that's for sure. I stand up on my morals. I wouldn't want to be her. Don't come. And now the whole View has to catch the COVID because of you. You could have canceled. You should have canceled. What a nightmare. All right. It is what it is. So, let's take a picture of this. Instagram is about to go down, so let's just play the song. Ooh, child, this was heavy. Too heavy. This is so heavy. I love you guys. I love you so much. The black vote is savvy about popularity and less about substance. I said what I said. Thank you, Miss Guy.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live.
Nobody watch The View anymore. Done. Over with. Period. Thank you, guys. Ooh.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Tracy Brown, Tracy Brown. Tracy Brown Live. Tracy Brown Live.